sorry about that. So yeah, this is another one of those teaser videos I don't want to get out. This one being a little bit special because it's part of an update that's gonna come out this weekend. The time of recording. Also, I like to apologize for the last teaser series update teaser with the music was pretty loud. Hopefully, it's not gonna be as loud, but so I figured that out. So, anyways, it's part of this whole like a little rated thing over here. So I'm gonna read this whole thing. It's part of the reason why it's taking me so long because I don't exactly know how to tackle it. So we'll see. Yeah. See exactly what. See exactly if this is the best way to approach it. So let me know. Here's intro. Hello and welcome to another Red Flood Progress Report. This time we're traveling to the Holy Land. Talk about Israel. 7 Nations. Israel's content was planned more than a year ago. Like 7 Nations, Israel was planned more than a year ago. But the real gets in the way of development sometimes. I believe we'll bring you the Israeli content in a far more up-to-date fashion than would have been initially said. Just take my thought. Background. Just like in the real world, the story of the Jewish people for the creation of Israel is complicated. No shit. Zionism was reinforced in the late 19th and early 20th century, seeking to provide Jews with a national movement that crosses beyond religious line. Concept of national self-determination and ethnic homelands, while the rapid secularization of the Jewish people have produced a global movement to repatriate the world Jewry to the land of Israel. Initially led by Theodor Herzl, the World Zionist Congress was convened in the casino in Basel, Switzerland in 1897. Congress was part of the early step of the creation of the Jewish state, made forward with the persecuted Jews of Eastern and Western Europe, viewed as something of an emergency. Zionist movement. Yeah. Probably get offline, but for that now. That move was part of a new phase of Aliyah, or Jewish movement in Palestine. The Jews began to arrive at national and social grounds rather than being religious. These migrations came in waves first to precede the Great War, however. The demise of the Ottoman Empire turned the Holy Land and its controversy over the British hands. And as they continued, the British came under conflicting pressure from the Arab and the Aryan Mashriq monarchy, its people, the Zionist organization Britain. When these presidents in 1929 Palestine rise and the British attempt to send animal caps on Jewish immigration to Palestine and the Mashriq Kingdom. However, illegal channels of passage become common in the 1930s. 36. The fifth Aliyah is underway with Jews coming to Palestine from across Europe and the Middle East. Enoch President, anti-Semitic pogroms, and turbulent political scenes are driving Jewish flight in the mandate of Jewish communities in Yishuv. They continue to push the creation of the Jewish homeland. So yeah, basically the Palestinian, well, basically how you want to let Jewish immigrants, like, do you want to have a greater amount of them, or do you want to have like a big old fucking expansion of them? This drive, combined with immigration pressure, tension around whole sites in Jerusalem and anti-Colosseum, boiled over to 1936 Arab revolt. The Mashriq Kingdom was more than accommodating to the rebels, placing great tensions on relationships when the war just began though. Yeah, revolt. The Arab revolt was a watershed, and the British set up the Pew Commission to repose. The Commission report will damn the region of conflict by recommending a partition, putting in place of permanent Jewish settlements on the coastal plains of Palestine. The report is a disaster, causing rift in the Zionist movement and inflaming anti-British sentiment across the Arab world. The Mashriq response is poor, and some classes begin to get on the plan. Britain's grip weakened, and the kingdom falls out of control, with young Jewish military flooding to Jaffa to take up arms in defense of Jewish settlements, and ultimately is passed to the Arab king. Either partition before the Sabbath or its war. Taking a course except avoid Zionist involving great special status on the plane, better commission agreements. This will not satisfy anyone, however, and will be expanded upon when we give content to Mashriq and Jordan. Should the king decline, the radical wing nationalists, French-inspired Lihe, or Fighters for the Liberty of Israel, again, just wanted liberation of the Holy Land. So yeah, for you played Red Flood, you've seen often Israel was up against the hand of Syria. Most like a 50-50 chance where they win or lose. This update's gonna expand upon that. Socialist Haganah, the liberal national organization Zionism will of course join paving the way for the creation of Israel. All they have to drive is right the kingdom out of it says Israel, the region of Palestine. So yeah. It also include Jordan and mainly Lebanon, I think that's what it was. Yeah. You got the revolt tree. Over here, there's like two sides where you can either side with Stern or establish democracy. Stern be the acceleration, by the way. Once the ceasefire comes into effect with the king, Milad Syria breaks apart Arabs rally around Amin al-Husani, region of Transjordan, whose sole aim is to reassert Arab and Muslim-controlled Jewish-controlled Holy Land. You are the French expatriate community in Beirut, where French exile men stayed in Lebanon, leaving the Arab kingdom of Syria to lick its ruins. So, further vision Zionism. Which is to establish the Zionist and Trotskyism begins the tale. So-called revisionist Zionists seek territorial revision for the partition between. They cannot agree on the united political platform. Louis from Lehi and Abraham Stern, concerned with the 18 principles of national rebuild, are the most radical. Once the opportunity rises, they will attempt to seize control of Israel themselves, creating a militant Zionist state held beyond creating greater Israel. They are also associated with the esoteric all-nurture movement, the Canaanists, bringing them natural allies to the European futurist Stern regime. Now, sweeping cultural and institutional change with the goal of implementing the 18 principles and reviving Jewish culture and nationalhood to its maximum, including building the third temple. So yeah, they're gonna be with your boy Otto Le Patron, but they also try to establish the whole state as well, advocating for greater Israel according to scripture. It was switched from Cairo to Aleppo to Basra. This project would be huge undertaking, at least not least considering they would plan a massive populist transfer to achieve it. The rest of it is content. The reaction affecting the Arabs would be expanded upon the future. So yeah, greater Israel is here, but it's probably going to be stuff for Israel on how exactly they should deal with the rest of the Middle East. Whenever they do that, or the Middle Eastern can like go against them, possibly, unless they join France's faction. A lot of potential, see. So it also would give if France ever goes to war with Britain, if you since they ally with them, that would also give them a chance over here as well for the French to open another front. They can connect with Iraq, the UK over there, and over here in Egypt. So that would actually open the two front over here to make the war in Africa a bit easier. How does it can be stopped in democracy can prevail? So they can go ahead. The moderate revision is true for the second candidate. So many. The Knesset Grand Assembly is Israel Parliament. All they mentioned, if Stern Game failed to seize power, elections of the Knesset will be held. First, the more popular, the Mapper David Ben Gurion. Platform is not revisionist, but growing from the Haganah. They allow popular support the strong social program, puts emphasis on nation building. As they have armed neutrality assistance, or choose a assistant by Germany. They're about less militant. If elected, the map choice between moving to German sphere influence but not international, and challenging the British Empire President Egypt or choose neutrality and securing interference with pre-Australia against Syria, breaking it up in the process. So they can expand towards Egypt or Syria some more. Second, our Hirut Israel led by Jobinitsky. The Hirut represents the Democratic wing of the division and many was not the one party recognized in force. During pragmatism, Anglophilia, anti-socialist stand and thus radical opposed to Israeli nationalism as one him supported many in the new state. You can ally with the British, restoring order. So yeah, they would choose to ally with Britain rather than actually go against them. The Zionists, they reject the Pure Commission partition and simply Israel as both banks of the Jordan River, the coastal plain, and by some cut the Sinai Desert, so they expand just a little bit more than they envision this. The American military service to bring in the Great War and contacts there mean they could pivot Israel towards becoming the UK attack dog in the Middle East based upon the regional threats. In return, Israel gets the protection of the empire, free hand in regional affairs. The military cabinet in the Knesset election, the other leftist party, the Palestine Communist Party, other than Havav or Labour of Unity, and the Hezbollah Workers' Party. These three socialist parties have been left behind by the more moderate and popular Mahan bin Gilon but after the designers of their move, it's still a force to be reckoned with. If they should gain enough votes between them, they may enter a fragile coalition, initially only sustained through a magnetic appeal and soothing voice of reasoning. A famous physician, Albert Einstein, so yeah. Einstein could yell over here as well. Indeed, Israel. Einstein at the head of the designers called united to a formidable map of United Workers' Party. They represent the best outcome for Arabs and other non-Jewish groups in Israel state with a high level of pluralism. This is will seek to create socialist unity in the Levant. It may require regime change in neighboring neighbors, something that Einstein was eager to avoid, but the decentralized nature of the rule will force compromise, and leftist movements out of a pro-German Palestinian kindness will be used to create a Levantine socialist unity bloc. Meanwhile, masters in science, championed by Einstein, will push Israel toward approaching nuclear aid. It presents a serious moral dilemma, so yeah. They'll basically protect both Jews and Muslims, focus a lot on science, nuclear power, a form of bloc or international. This should be interesting to see how that works. Here's the ILO. No matter the ILO returns the concern, no matter who takes power in Israel, wars Jewry is embarking on the most important stages of return, and measures must be taken to bring in and integrate the diaspora. So yeah, take a quick look over this video here. It's a bit hard to read. Yeah, there are two approaches where they can have just Jewish supremacy, or not really Jewish supremacy, but make Jewish religion the top unity with them. So you can be a little. This is a pin of a path you can take. Like I guess it'll affect by which leaders you have. That's work. Yeah. Return to America. I have a beta Israel. Oh yeah, beta Israel over in Ethiopia. A little remains of it. And we got the 6. Get a bunch of immigration from other places. So yeah, the whole thing about immigration and all that. For that treat. And whether this should be like a coalition or pluralism of the religion, or just one. Which anticipates the Jews of Beta Israel, the former kingdom of Semen in Ethiopia. These guys need to camp about suicide to reading, which is driving Jews there to seek refuge in the Holy Lands. Israel seek to help repatriate their brothers and sisters from the areas the best they can, but Ethiopian French will not be pleased about such interference. Yeah, and that's about it for the tree. Yeah, sometimes this weekend, so yeah, this is why this video is coming out probably on Friday. Maybe I'm gonna be doing some recording stuff after this, but I want to get this out over here as well. The trees again, basically, because since this update is gonna come out on the weekend, might as well at least, you know, throw it out there. I might. I probably will do a playthrough on Stern. I find Stern to be a fascinating character, so if I finish the Order Above All Let's Play, I'll probably do Stern. If the update comes out on the weekend. But yeah, that's about it. I'm gonna go and record some more stuff. Probably, depending how this goes, I'll probably know exactly what I need to do for the rest of the teasers that I posted, like the Upper Volta, the French rework, which I really want to do at some point, and Purchase that came out not too long ago. So yeah, let me know if this kind of way of just reading these things off in the red and kind of giving my thoughts on what something could be like is good or not. And trying to prove on this later. Yeah, I'll read through it before I actually you know, record. But anyway, this is Matt Honest with the teaser for Israel, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.